In today's video, we have something incredible for you. Some 500 IQ gameplay by the Grand Warden. Let me give you a little bit of background information here first. Red Elite are battling to get to Champion 1. And any of you guys that follow me on Instagram will know that we are battling currently the clan in 2nd position. Now, they 3-starred 3 of our Town Hall 12s. Fortunately, they got a 1-star as well. So that meant we had to get at least 2 3-star attacks. And in the dying moments, the final, or the second to last attack, should I say, Zet got it done. And the Grand Warden single-handedly took out the remaining defenses and buildings to get it done. That just left the percentage that we had to achieve, and we did it to get the victory, and that really puts Red Elite in a fantastic spot to getting promoted to Champion 1. So we're going to show you that incredible gameplay from the Grand Warden to give us the 3 stars. But first, I want to show you a couple of 3-star attacks that have been incredible in helping us get into this position and ready to be promoted to Champion 1. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, let's dive straight into this. And I feel before we get onto that brilliant gameplay by the Grand Warden, let's show you the other 3-star attack that we received in this war. This is obviously the most important war for us, and it was super important that we got that victory. And wow, in the final moments, the Grand Warden coming in clutch, that 500 IQ gameplay. Honestly, you are going to love it. This attack by Tin Man was one of the first ones in this war, getting us the 3-star, but our opponents quickly got a couple of their own, and we have a couple of very nice attacks that I've hand-selected from our previous wars. I will show you 2 of them before we get onto that final one by Zet. Now, I really quickly want to just mention these ring-style bases. A lot of times you might see these. A lot of the bases you'll see in this video are anti-3-star bases, but if you have the town hall in the center like this, you have to break the ring on the outside in order to get your troops into the middle. If you do not take down these buildings on either side, then your troops will walk around because there's a gap here. It's pretty straightforward, but you've got to do it, guys. Do not underestimate the power of that. Now, the Electro Dragon is very effectively used by Tin Man here on the left-hand side, and look, at once it gets that chain damage, we have taken out these buildings here. The gold storage is going to go down as well. The gap between the troops here into the center of the base, or all of the way around to here, they are clearly going to go to the center. Now, these styles of bases, I wouldn't actually recommend them. It depends what you're going for. It can be okay to throw 1 or 2 in, but the problem is, as you get higher up the leagues, clans that know this kind of stuff and can break that ring, they've got a much better chance at 3-starring it, because look at everything in the center of the base. As soon as the center of the base goes down, the amount of DPS on the outside of the base, that is the damage per second, decreases massively. Look at the queen here with the healers. There is never a moment in the base where she has more than 1, maybe 2 at the absolute maximum defenses shooting her at her at the same time. So with the healers, there is no way she is going to go down. Guys, if you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, and I'd also recommend turning on the notification bell, because YouTube doesn't always notify you if you don't have that clicked. Now, you guys know that we are going to show you that 500 IQ gameplay. That's what we're kind of putting it up as, the amazing Grand Warden at the end, and that was done by Zet. Really under pressure, getting it done for the victory. We did have him on the channel not too long ago for an interview, which I will be sure to link at the end. So that was Tin Man getting it done. Let's move to the war ahead of this and show you one of the attacks from there. So let's choose base number 7, which was Sumi taking out Mr. DJ. Kind of funny because one of our clan members, you know, is DJ. I thought he might have attacked this base, but Sumi takes this down with a drag loon, or a drag bat, sorry, attack strategy. Does have the loons obviously to protect, but I really like how he creates the funnel here. So I'm going to break it down for you, and when I mean the funnel, I don't mean initially, I mean for the dragons. So he's already created a little bit of a funnel using baby dragons here in order to send his heroes into this area, and that is going to be almost just a suicide hero method, but he gets incredible value from it, taking out the enemy queen, an air defense, wizard tower, expos here, so much value. But also look at what he's doing. He's focusing the fire of the dragons. Now they are going to go to the town hall. They are not going to come to this top area. Exactly the same is done by placing the bat spells in quickly. Gets the eagle artillery. I'm going to pause for a second because there's so much going on. Gets the eagle artillery. The bats clear out that northern section, and look at this channel. Now we just have the bottom half of the base that the dragons have to go through. Now a dangerous area is this air defense and single target inferno. So Sumi wants the dragons to come from the town hall straight onto this. So he very cleverly puts a couple of loons in here to try and snipe off a couple of defenses to again discourage the dragons from coming out to the side. He wants them to go straight through to the single inferno. Fortunately, we got the air defense down, but now look at it. Pops one dragon on that left hand side again to clear out these buildings and force the dragons onto the inside. And that's not necessarily for the town hall, it's to try and force them to this single as quickly as possible. That is the main threat here for the remainder of this base. The balloons very nicely come in to clear out that area. Grand Warden's ability clearly used over the Giga Bomb, and look at all of the dragons coming forward. The loons now have a straight shot to the single inferno. They are not getting drawn out to the side to that mortar that was there. They're straight to the single. It goes down, and look at how overwhelming Sumi made this attack look. Again guys, if you want any kind of tips for the Clan War Leagues, the main thing I can give you is plan for the 2-star attack and ensure you have a plan for the 3. So you've got to secure the 2. Sumi was not missing the town hall. The dragons were clearly going to take that out. Even if for whatever reason he missed this area, he still had a high percentage 2. You've got to secure the 2. Yes, 3-star attacks might happen. Throughout this week, Red Elite has had 1 3-star attack. Everything else has been either 2 stars or we've had a lot of 3 stars as well. As long as you can make up for it. There's that 1-star attack, come to think of it. But as long as a team you are working together, that is the main thing. Let's show you this attack by Echo, which again was fantastic in how he set it up. Before we move on to that fabulous attack, I cannot get over it, the excitement in order to get us to Champion 1. You guys know that I've been hoping to get the statue. I've got enough points, I've got enough trophies for the League Medals shop, but I just am not in Champion 1. I'm finally going to be able to get it, guys. It's going to be an incredible day when we get promoted, and we would really have to mess up now to not get promoted. Had we have lost this war, we would have still been in first place because we've had so many more 3 stars than the others. But coming down to the final war, again, if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been updating you. Coming down to the final war, we play the clan in 3rd place. That would definitely be a tricky one. But we have Echo coming in here with the Queen Charge or the Queen Walk style attack, going to clear most importantly the Eagle Artillery and this side for the Wall Wrecker to come straight up towards the Town Hall. Again, the plan here is the safe 2, but he's got a plan for the 3. So by taking out that eagle early on, it reduces the damage on the bowlers throughout the attack. The king and a couple of witches cut off the funnel on the other side. Many of the bowlers do walk, unfortunately, but we've got so many of them coming through behind that Wall Wrecker that we've got a straight shot. Since the queen took out that little bottom area with the eagle, we've got a straight shot to the town hall, and the queen is going to follow in there as well alongside the healers. So there's not much chance that we're not going to get to the town hall. It would be very, very slim, but try and have a plan B as well. A good option is to have an ice golem and a Pekka in that wall wrecker, because even if the wall wrecker gets there and nothing else, they can still take it down. Potentially you're doing a lava loon attack, you might want to consider taking the slammer or blimp to try and get to the town hall at the end, and then you can take that out. But look at this one, guys. Coming down to it, this is what you might see a lot of the time with these Pekka Smash, Pekka Bobat style attacks. You can solidly get that 2-star, and all of my attacks, I think the best I've got is a 90% 2-star. Unfortunately myself, I haven't got a 3-star this week. I've certainly been putting the effort in, just not quite getting it done. But the Pekka style attacks can really work well for that safe too. So it's time. It is time to show you the attack that got it done, and we are obviously super hyped. I want to give a quick shout out to the clan here. Let's go season info. Let's show you the rounds. We have been wrecking it. Not a single war have we got less than 30. That means we've got at least the 2, and actually we've got more than that in every single one. Looking at the clan, I want to give these guys a quick shout out in terms of how amazing they have done. Time fail there with 2 3-stars, and as we move down, quick shout out to these guys. I actually sat one of the wars, so only 6 stars there, like I said, and I did get, which base did I attack? This one, 71% today. Not the best, but the time has come for Zet to show you the 500 IQ gameplay. Leave a like if you are hyped for us here at Red Elite. I'm certainly excited to bring you some Champion 1 gameplay next season, and here we go. We were briefly discussing this attack because Zet helped me with my attack as well. Like I said, if you want to hear some pro tips by Zet, I will link it after this attack. So the Pekka and a couple of other troops has to adapt to try and create that funnel on that western side, but the Queen used as more of a suicide method to really come in and get this air defense. Otherwise that would be sniping to the dragons the entire time. The dragons though coming heavy into that town hall. It's a good safe 2-star strategy. Like I said, the dragons, if you can path them, they're not really going to miss the town hall, but you've got to try and track to that Giga Tesla pretty quickly. I'm going to pause for a second here as I catch up on what I'm trying to tell you guys. The dragons aren't really going to miss the Giga Tesla, but you've got to come into that first. If you're coming into that at the back end of the base, it's going to be tricky. There's going to be a lot of damage on the dragons, so if you're doing any kind of dragon attack, try and plan to come into the Giga Tesla early on. Again, similar to the Dragbat style attacks, you've got to have the planning there. So the Slammer comes in here to try and just reinforce the damage to this area before the bat spells come in. So the Slammer is directly targeting the multi-inferno, and it's en route towards the eagle. But here comes the bat wave from the outside. The 1 wizard tower early on is going to be frozen. 2 free spells needed because there was a couple of defenses here, and then we can easily track an ice golem onto the wizard tower at the back. Not a chance there's going to be a Tesla there. Clearly that wizard tower can be distracted by the ice golem, and it kind of redirects the dragons at this point. So 1, it keeps the dragons away from the single inferno, which is clearly what you want. But as the dragons come through, this area of the base is getting taken out, so they redirect this way, which means they get to that other multi-target inferno. They can concentrate on the center of the base and get that down. Now unfortunately, the bats go down a little bit quicker than expected. This Tesla farm did pop and cause a lot of damage. Couple of loons trailing into that wizard tower help out, and at this point, oh, it's looking very, very scary. I mean, sneak peek, you guys know he got the 3 stars, but you might be looking at this point thinking, wow, this is close. I was as well, and wow, we really needed this. We really did. So then balloons, the free spell was fantastic. Getting the air defense, managing to get that cannon as well. The Queen thankfully got across to that area, and I was still looking at this thinking, It is close. The dragon's gone down. We've got the Grand Warden. Them other troops are going down. He's got 2 Teslas to get through. If nothing else, time might be a factor. You know the Grand Warden, although in the new update is getting 10 extra levels, he's only level 30. He gets taken out pretty quickly. So, the Grand Warden stepping up here, doing what the Grand Warden should do best. Now, you can imagine the entire of Red Elite standing, screaming at their phones right here. Come on, the Grand Warden. He takes out the first Tesla, takes out the storage, steps up to the second one, but his health is low. Decides to go for the mortar first before taking on that final defense. And here we go, 500 IQ gameplay, stepping up at the end with that extra range, sniping off the Teslas and giving us the 3 stars for Red Elite to maintain that position, that driving force moving forward. We will get 10 extra stars here into day 6, and now we just have to secure things off to get to Champion 1. Let me know if you've ever seen your Grand Warden clutch an attack quite like that, because I haven't. That Grand Warden was amazing, and to get it in such a war where we really needed it, it wasn't just any attack. This was the attack to actually clinch the victory for us. We did need to get the percentage after it, but we got it. If you want to see some pro tips from Zet in order to help you, click that video there, guys. It will help you out. Be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can see attacks from Champion 1 when we get there. I'm confident, and more update gameplay. That is going to wrap it up though, guys. Until next time, peace out.